Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Well, yesterday we talked about the month of May honoring stroke awareness, and today we're talking about another important cause, and that's mental health awareness. Now, the team at South Texas Health System passionately serves patients of our Rio Grande Valley community, and they've got some helpful information for us to keep in mind all month long. Go ahead and take a look.
My name is Patricia Hernandez, and I am one of the clinical social workers at South Texas Health System Behavioral. Well, Mental Health Awareness Month happens every year in May, and it is critical for us to be able to open up discussion about mental health. There tends to be a stigma, and mental health is treated very differently from physical health. So it is critical for us to open up the dialogue and also be a resource to our community for mental health treatment. I think it's a multifaceted issue, but I definitely think our culture comes into play. You know, we also have to take into consideration that depression, mental health are newer topics that are coming to the forefront that people are more willing to discuss. So when we think about our grandparents, you know, they just chalked it up to like, oh, well, that's how Maria, for example, is, right? They didn't understand that those symptoms and behaviors that Maria was displaying actually could have had a diagnosis, right? And there could have been a treatment. So a lot of it has to do with simply educating our community and saying like, hey, there is a reason why some people may be making these decisions or exhibiting these behaviors, and there's something that we can do to help. There is a vast variety of symptoms and conditions that we can experience in regards to our mental health. Some things to look out for are just general changes in your mood, your demeanor, your sleep, and your appetite. That could be insomnia. That could be you feel like you're sleeping, but you're waking up and you're constantly not feeling rested. Perhaps excessive sleep, fatigue, restlessness, constant worrying, crying spells. I think another one to be on the lookout for is perhaps having a general disinterest or lack of joy from those things that once did bring you happiness. And I think the biggest key for everyone to remember, whether you are the one experiencing the symptoms or perhaps concerned about someone you know experiencing these symptoms, is that reflecting on, are these symptoms causing a significant impact to my daily functioning? Because I'm experiencing these symptoms, am I not able to function how I was functioning before? There's always hope, there's always treatment. You know, if we take into consideration too physical health, right? There is perhaps some physical health diagnoses that maybe cause a little bit more hopelessness than others. However, with everything, there is hope, there is help, and there are people here in our community that are willing to help and guide you along the way. Please call us at South Texas Behavioral at any time. Our number is 956-388-1300. We are available 24/7. We will always have someone available to you, whether that be by phone call or walking in on our doors at any time to have somebody conduct an assessment and then talk to you about further steps that can happen from there.
Again, if you'd like more information on services offered by South Texas Health Behavioral, then feel free to visit their McAllen location. You can give their team a call, or of course you can always log on to their website. All right, well, the City of McAllen, Hidalgo County, McAllen ISD, HEB, Driscoll Health Plan, and Capable Kids Foundation have all come together for an all-new, all-inclusive park that we mentioned earlier in the City of McAllen. And our team again dropped by to learn a little bit more. Go ahead and take a look.
I'm Sofia Pena, and I'm the Executive Director of Capable Kids Foundation. Capable Kids Foundation is a wonderful organization. We provide services to children and persons with disabilities. We don't have we're a non-disability specific group, actually. So every disability you can think of is represented within our organization. We are all about inclusion, social inclusion, and we provide activities and other support services for our families at no cost. And we are generally just super duper advocates for the disability community. So we are a nonprofit, and we rely on the generosity of the community to keep us going and to be able to provide all of these services and activities for our families. And so we are involved in the community. We partner with great partnerships with the different cities, the city of McAllen, the city of Edinburgh, different school districts, Lyford, just some really great partnerships within not just the Hidalgo County area, but the 4 county areas. So Star, Hidalgo, Cameron, and Willacy. And we also partner with great partners like HEB and Driscoll Health Plan. And so our involvement is just for the purposes of making our entire region more inclusive.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Marisa Puido Pesina, and I'm an inclusive play specialist. And I also sit on the board for Capable Kids Foundation as a co-founder. So inclusive play is just an area I think that many of us don't realize what it can mean for a child and also for an adult with a disability. So when we create an inclusive playground, we're creating a safe space for people with and without disabilities to come together. And for the child, that means that they can grow and learn and develop together. They form friendships, relationships. And for the parents, it's being able to be with your child on the playground because there's ramped access to every point of this playground. There is a rubberized surfacing that allows wheelchairs and walkers to maneuver through effortlessly without being said that message, oh, you can't go here. No, everything is accessible completely to everyone and anyone of any ability level. So what we're hoping for and what research shows us is that these places, these safe spaces have the impact to change the trajectory of someone's life. It breaks barriers and it ensures that stigmas are never formed. You know, we grew up in a culture, unfortunately, a lot of the times where these children were kept in a special education classroom all day. And so growing up, you know, you're not used to it. So then you don't really know how to act. But at the end of the day, if from the ground up in the developmental years of life, if they're always included, then that just means we grow up with diversity and inclusion from the get-go and we don't know the difference. And that's the beautiful thing because it transfers to the community, to the employment setting, across the entire RGV and everywhere else. You know, we put disability in the forefront, not as an afterthought, that we normalize disability. So I'm talking about like architecture firms when we're creating buildings, keeping in mind disability issues from the low vision and the blind or people who are deaf. You know, as a community, we embrace everyone. And I talked about the employment setting, even in the employment sector, you know, just being able to really see the value of every individual, because at the end of the day, we're more like the same than we are different, and we can all learn and grow from each other.
What we really want to do is make sure that we think, speak, and feel and include everybody. So there's access and there's inclusion, and what we want is access means people can get there. Inclusion means everybody can be together and play and grow and be together. So if you want to support Capable Kids, if you want to help our families and be part of this movement to change the tapestry of this area to an inclusive area, then you can follow us on Facebook, Capable Kids Foundation. You can always call us at 956-277-1776. Send us a message on social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's the easiest way to get a hold of us. Follow us on Facebook because all of our activities are posted on Facebook.
All right, well, that is all of our time for now. We want to thank you again so much for joining us this morning, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow because we're going to be learning about Stroke Awareness Month with the team over at South Texas Health System again, and we'll also check out details on a special comedy show that you won't want to miss. Now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we've got filming for the show. And be sure to visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. We've got all of that and so much more tomorrow on Valley por Vida. We'll see you then.